Okay, so this little episode of JSGT is something that I wanted to bring up. You know what? I was talking to a friend of mine, actually, an acquaintance I met here on YouTube, is Tennis Dude in Texas. So in case you watch this, I'm going to tag you so you can know what I'm talking about. But so we were talking about, like, different instruments that we play, and I was saying that someone, when I was younger, someone stole my sax. And he said, well, what's the deal with that? I kind of forgot about this, but this is probably one of the lowest things you could ever do. It couldn't have been any more than 10th grade. And a friend of mine, a friend of our family, moved here from Louisiana. She said her father bought her a sax for some reason, either to decorate her room, or he thought she was going to take up playing the sax. I don't know. And she didn't know either. So she was like, well, you like music, so would you like this? And I was like, well, how much? I don't want to have to, She said, you can just have it. So I took the sax, and I was going to learn it. And I finally, in our school, we had, I won't say it was ghetto, but we didn't have exactly all the resources that every school needed. I had a really good program, a gifted and talented program, but, I remember our music teacher told us that his supervisor was coming, and so he was wearing a sweater with holes in it, so he could illustrate to him how much he needed money and our program needed money. So, they did a lot to try to help us, but there are definitely some things that they could have added on more. I think they have more now, but point being, yeah, if you wanted to play a sax, I think you were definitely going to have to get your own. I don't remember exactly why, but for whatever reason, I had my own, and this was kind of a novelty, so I had my own sax, right? My buddy, Harry, if you ever watch this, Harry, I still want my sax back. I want my sax back. We were friends, whatever. We used to actually play in the band together. We used to play trumpet, but he knew that I had a sax. So his father supposedly had a gig, some type of, something happening, and he asked me if his dad could borrow my sax. Now, in hindsight, this is the first time when I should have really just understood the world is evil and just say no and learn how to say no. No was not in my vocabulary. If you would ask me to come to Antarctica to bring you a bottle of ketchup, I would have somehow found a way to do it, because I just didn't have the concept in my head of not doing things for people. And so I was like, okay, that's fine, just bring it back. I didn't think that I had to be that clear about the condition. Like, you didn't give me any money for this. You didn't write a contract. You didn't tell me when you're returning it. And the more and more that I think about it, I really want it back. So if anybody knows Harry that we went to high school with, please tell him to get my sax and bring it back to me. The same sax. In fact, get me a new sax. It was a brand new sax about a while ago. So I want it back. With reeds and clean and everything and a case. But that's like, I was just thinking, we have a crazy world where where an actual parent could actually steal someone's sax. And when you think about it, we were still in school together. We still had like a year left in school together. So it was like, you very clearly made this difficult, not only for yourself, but you made it difficult for your son. But that's just some guy talking about how my friend's father stole my sax, and I still want it back.